Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Fimbulvetr. I'm your host, the Gold Crow, and with me I have four of my wonderful friends with me, one of which, I think the one in the second from the left, will recap what happened last time on our exciting D&D campaign. Take it away,
All
Ice.
right. All right. Lightning recap. Pokemon Fimbulvetr. Previously, Team Snow minus Dante plus Grovyle Aiden. Uh, we ran into Belladonna's corpse again, except her spirit was there this time, and chaos ensued. The fight was pretty rough. We mostly tried a similar trick to last time, where we controlled the water in the arena so that it wasn't as much of a hindrance to us, while uh, Ivy ended up looking for whatever this was in Belladonna's hoard, something of which she needed. Belladonna was very upset with Aiden, so she pretty much focused on him the majority of the fight, and ended up even killing him at one point, while he was just kind of trying to keep Izek alive, plus those of Snow. We ended up eventually defeating her, in which her spirit kind of lingered for a bit, and we ended up seeing Eslith of all people actually showing up. She couldn't speak, so I forget the name of the spell. It's uh, something in order to make sure people can share a dream. Uh,
Phantasmagoria.
yeah, Phantasmagoria. Proteus cast that so we could talk during the night, and Eslith decided that yeah, she doesn't really want Ivy to die, given she thought Ivy was kind of a bright spot during those moments of her nightmare just kind of existing through Belladonna. So we ended up heading back.
Did I die? I died.
Oh shoot, I don't know what you last heard from me.
We ended up heading back.
Yeah, we ended up heading back. So uh, we had ex- we had to explain all this to the ice crew, and obviously the Great Worms weren't exactly happy. So, Ezra doesn't really have her powers. Ivy seems to have them instead. Um, we're still kind of at a standstill with all this, but Eslith's decision kind of stands for now. And after kind of talking this all over, we think Kronos showed up.
With Jameson.
Yeah, with Jameson.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You can have a reroll for the session.
It was not really a
Also,
lightning round. I
my
apologize. I
homework.
lied.
Your homework.
I'll turn in my homework. My DPR was 9.5.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's very good. Uh. Okay.
I was too busy keeping everyone alive to worry about my DPR.
So we enter back in the fortress where Jameson has excitedly come in with a small, almost like monochrome dragon. Uh, it's a small creature, so it's about like the size as Jameson, maybe even a little smaller. And it still has a well, to everyone else, it isn't really familiar except for Sinbad, and it looks like again like a monochrome version of the dragon you met prior to the attack on that temple. And I guess everyone else saw it at the end there too, except for Loki. But for the Snow team, it looks it's a dead ringer for who you know as Coronos, just not the same color. Jameson said he met a new friend out there, and it sits there smiling above Jameson.
Proteus draws the Venom Punisher and says, I I knew that you'd be back one day. I just didn't think that you'd have the gall to walk through our allies' front door.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Proteus, who is that?
He's the one that told us to go on a crusade to go kill Ivy.
Didn't you guys say you...
Jameson says, no,
Nope.
no, this is Mallinda. Yes, my name is Mallinda.
Didn't you guys say you killed the one that did that?
I don't... Dante, can you use Zone of Truth on this thing?
Of course, you asked Dante, not me.
Check.
Well, Melinda helped me while I was out there. I was attacked by a monster, and Melinda came in and helped me get back. And I wanted to introduce you to him.
Well, all the same, this is going to help us figure out what's going on here, because currently I have no reason to believe that I'm not being lied to.
I do not think you wish to do that to me.
Zone of Truth?
Yes. It might bring
Why
up
not?
more questions than you're free to try, but I told Sir Jameson here that I have a problem where I feel as though I have done something very wrong, and I was drawn towards this place.
I have my magic, but... Is it possible this is the case as the other Great Worms here? You killed Kronos, and this is what came from it?
The only thing is if that happened, this would be happening in reverse rather than a chromatic dragon. We have a monochromatic dragon appearing after the death of a metallic dragon.
Isn't that the little shit that was trying to kill me?
Yes.
My name is not little shit, it's Melinda.
Oh my god.
You're not seriously falling for this, are you?
Here, let me take care of it. Look, Melinda, right?
Yes.
Do you mind if I dig around in your head for a little bit?
I don't think you wish to do that.
Well, I'd rather get the story straight, even if it comes with questions abundantly.
It might hurt you, that is why.
She thinks about it for a minute. How badly?
I don't know how badly. I know that I have knowledge spanning countless times and places. Worlds that were forgotten. Worlds that were birthed, that ended. If you look into my head, that information will be clear to you.
You're making it really hard not to look into your head right now.
I'm just warning you, it will hurt if you try.
Brina, just let me do... Let's see what Zone of Truth does.
She backs away and gestures for him to go ahead.
Alright, this may cause more questions, but at the very least... At the very least... It's better we do this than do nothing and have my cousin there be paranoid constantly.
Oh,
We
yes.
have some history
Being
and some...
paranoid of someone walking in the house with a market agenda.
I must apologize in advance if something bad happens.
Alright, Loki is gonna cast Zone of Truth.
All right. So you feel him passing the save and failing the save and attempting to pass the save and attempting but failing in infinity different ways. So do an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my god. Okay, it's 5. $19.
All right. Yeah, he's well. As I told you before, he's failed it. You don't take any damage, but he has failed it. He's tried to resist it. He succumbed to it, and just countless other variations of you feel has happened with this spell.
Sleep pass.
Okay, well, I guess I can't deny that you were right. That is certainly strange.
What happened?
This is going to sound insane, but an infinite amount of possibilities of what my spell could do happened at the same time.
Makes sense to me.
Time worm. It's exactly like what happened in the theater.
I came here though because I don't remember anything. I just feel as though I have done something wrong, and I have great powers as you, sir, have experienced, and I am afraid of them.
Well, power is not the end-all be-all. Even with great power, what determines who you are is how you use them, not
Yeah.
the fact that you have them.
And this is why I have come here with Sir Jameson.
I don't think we're gonna be able to help you master your time powers.
I don't need to master them, I just need someone to help me, and I felt drawn to here.
Does this mean Kronos was also an echo?
Who is Kronos?
There's no way that you're not putting up a stunt with that. You can't know all these things and then also not know that.
I don't know who Kronos is.
Do you not hear the amnesia thing, Proteus?
Yeah, just because they say it doesn't make it true.
All right, let's suggest for a moment that not lying and genuinely forgot. I mean, if you're okay, let's see.
So more or less, what do you plan to do here if you're coming here because you wanna, like, you're afraid of your power or whatever? What are you exactly planning on doing here? Just standing around?
I don't know. I was just drawn to here, and I figured you can help me. I am drawn to you individuals.
Hey, Alderion,
What is it?
could you come up here and look at something? I want to get your take on it.
He takes down. He puts down his book and goes out here.
Just watches Proteus just pointing his sword
Yeah.
at Kronos.
Yeah, Sabrina just points as well.
Hey, Eldiria, this is Mallinda. Hello, I am Mallinda. And who is this? I know it's Mallinda, so don't say that. Who is this?
All right, so it's a complete
Kronos.
stranger to you as well.
No, I do not know who this is.
Well, he looks like Kronos.
Just monochromatic.
But not one of the worms.
Yes, he's not familiar to me either. He does not appear to be an echo, though.
How can you tell that?
Because they were all chromatic.
The thing is it's monochromatic now, but it started. Kronos was metallic. Can it work in reverse?
Unless this creature was sealed in the one you call Kronos. Theoretically, yes.
We don't know that for sure, but it makes logical consistency.
Just kind of hear from the stairs coming down Sinbad saying, "There might be one person we can ask. There's the seer at the edge of time. He knew Kronos."
Do you think we should ask him if he knows Mallinda too?
At the very least, we could ask him if he knows Mallinda and if Mallinda is Kronos in disguise.
That's a pretty crappy disguise, says Ivy.
Which leads me
Sinbad
to
rolled
believe
his
this.
eyes at her.
Which leads me to believe that I heavily doubt Kronos would just come to you guys in like this. If he was trying to be deceptive for some reason, he would try some better trick.
Also,
Right.
not exactly how he showed up previously. Usually, Kronos showing up is much more of a flair for the dramatic. Strange way, it's not his style.
If you would wish it, I can try and help you in whatever way I can to prove I am not here due to any deceptive means. I don't wish to hurt anyone.
Proteus kind of glowers a little bit.
All right, so
Sinbad,
how
do you
can
have the mirror?
Sinbad takes out the mirror and he says, "I have the mirror, but you know, it will take time to attune to it. Is the only problem we're going to have here. Seems like your fake Stantler is going to explode."
She just kind of looks at him, and then she looks back to Sinbad and says,
I think he has enough self-control to, wait it out.
Yes, Alderion says, I have not properly assessed this either, so try not to be a hypocrite and just attack it.
And Proteus says, "I think that I've demonstrated magnificent restraint, given the chance that, for all we know, it could transform into a dragon and eliminate all of the great worms at once."
But it does bring up a good point. It is... Well, I forget who brought that up, but I think it was Loki who said it's kind of outgunned here.
He didn't quite say that, but that was sort of implied.
I do not underestimate a time dragon.
Well, it hasn't. If it was strong enough to take us all on, then it wouldn't be playing this deception.
I don't
It would
think
just
that
attack. So
don't
we
think
can.
when we went up against Kronos last time, he didn't seem like he had the capability, more like he couldn't be the one to kill Ivy.
You keep comparing me to someone called Kronos. Who is that?
Someone they apparently have a history with.
Fine. If you are who you say you are, tell me where this came from. And he just gestures to the Venom Punisher.
I am not sure. That weapon is unfamiliar to me. Did
Okay.
To answer your
Hmm?
to answer your question, Melinda, Kronos was helping us destroy what we've been calling echoes of the Great Worms in order to free them. That's all I really know, but no one else seems to be answering your question.
Well, some of you seem to harbor Kronos' name with contempt.
I can't help but agree with that. I'm not too fond of Kronos myself, considering he actively hang on, I'm mind blanking on a word. Deceived us. But if you're not
says, but he also saved your life.
She kind of rubs her arm.
I'm not sure what to make of it, honestly.
As I'm not sure what to make of this.
Well,
Sinbad continues, as I said, I think the only one who has any insight into this that we can rely on would be the seer at the edge of time.
Well, I'll ask him if you hand over the mirror.
Yeah, Sinbad eventually hands Sabrina the mirror.
All right, she'll start attuning to it.
Alright, it'll take an hour.
Yep.
alright, everyone, just hold tight for a second. Let's not make any hasty judgments or conclusions.
If you are attuning to a magic item, it will not take a second, it will take an hour.
That's
Isn't Mallinda so smart?
not. Oh, great. We got ourselves a, know-it-all, Joy.
Or just takes everything very literally.
Alright, so
My point.
are you just gonna sit here for an hour and attune to that thing?
I mean, unless we've got a faster way to attune to it.
No, you don't. Well, actually, I can help you attune to it.
Oh no. Oh no, don't accept that help, Eric Hillis.
She kind of looks at him and then
You're just going to speed up time or something, right?
Yes. On the magic item.
All right.
Alright, so you see him reach out a claw for it. And you just see just kind of ripples in the mirror's vicinity as it's now attuned to you. After a minute of him doing that.
Yeah. She sits there for like 15 seconds, looks at herself, kind of checks her surroundings.
Well, I'm not dead, so here we go.
And I believe within Loki's aura, she cannot fail to save against this.
Alright, so this is so you look into the mirror, and as you're kind of facing it away from everyone, you're seeing nothingness right now. until you see a Ninetales with only 2 tails in this ruin inside.
I thought it was 4.
Oh, he had 4. Yeah, 4. Forgetting my own. Or no, it is 2. Sorry, it is 2.
Oh, it is 2. Okay, interesting. All right. And she'll say to him, sorry, I didn't have much time to premeditate all this with all the talking. Okay. Is Mallinda an echo of Kronos?
I cannot help you with this individual as they exist outside of the yoke of time.
She frowns. And just kind of chuckles to herself. All right. Wish I had more to ask you. See you next time.
You have 4 more.
I know, I've got 4 more. Okay, any suggestions, anyone?
How do you know Mallinda exists out of time?
All right, she'll ask that.
Because it is a time dragon.
Oh, maybe are there other time dragons outside of Kronos? Maybe Mallinda.
Are there other time dragons besides Mallinda and Kronos?
No, there are not.
Sort of ask questions, affirming.
Is Kronos dead?
Is Kronos dead?
I cannot answer any questions regarding that individual who exists outside the yoke of time.
Can't ask for specifics on them.
And to clarify that a little more, is he doesn't know. He's not withholding it. He doesn't know because of that reason, just to make it not misleading.
All right. Can you tell if... No, I better not word it like that. Is Mallinda hostile toward us?
Well, we're going to get the same answer.
I know.
Yeah.
I anticipate the same answer.
Yeah,
but...
you get the same answer.
Okay. I didn't think we were going to come up with any other questions in a timely manner, so I just asked anyway.
Is that all 5?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. She kind of blinks a few times, and she looks back at Sinbad and says, "He doesn't know."
Sinbad kind of cocks an eyebrow and says, "That's surprising, because he knew about Kronos."
Well, the only really salient information I got is that Mallinda and Kronos are 2 separate dragons. Well, it's kind of inferred, but not necessarily. He told me that there are no other time dragons besides Mallinda and Kronos.
Yeah, that could just mean that they're the same thing. There's no other time dragon.
I figured, but... And she just kind of gestures to Eslith and Ivy.
Could Mallinda stay with us?
No, says Proteus.
Hey, we were here first.
Okay. But, I'm not liable if you wake up dead.
If I'm dead, I wouldn't wake up.
You would, just on the other side.
Is that how it works, Loki?
Sort of, but not exactly. And granted, mine might have been more of how the Howled Flames see the afterlife, so I'm not entirely certain if my experience is the same as everyone's when they begin passing to the other side, but I guess technically.
Well, Mallinda, I think you can stay, but you're going to be watched. I hope you don't mind.
I do not mind that at all, as I am afraid of what you're alluding to what I was, and I do not wish to be that. I don't wish to hurt anyone, or mislead anyone, or deceive anyone.
Well, good enough for me.
Well, I believe trust is easily given, but trust is hard to regain, so I'm willing to trust you, but only so far as you're willing to foster that trust.
I promise I will do everything I can to make you not wrong.
I'm sleeping with one eye open at night.
It sounds like you don't trust me.
Well, trust is easily given, but at the same time, it still needs to be earned.
Hey, kid, we got a reason for that, that's all. And Nick just shakes his head and walks off. They might take a bit before they get used to you. We apologize for that. Well, I guess we can't apologize for that, but still.
I will try to make them see differently about me. It sounds like this individual has really hurt them, and if I'm any way connected to that individual, it is understandable that they might see me as a threat. But I was drawn here because I don't know why, but I think you might be able to help me.
Got a lot on our plates right now, but honestly, if you're going to be an ally to us, we'll take as many as we can get.
It would.
So,
I believe anyone can make a change in their lives and begin anew. So,
Alderion says, well, I agree. We might want to keep this Mallinda with us for further assessment. I do not disagree with the others. We should be cautious about this.
Sabrina nods.
suppose that is fair.
We need to assess what exactly this dragon is. I am...
Oh! And Malcolm's like running up behind everyone, and he runs up to Mallinda. He's like, "We can go get his brain just kind of stops for a second because my brain stopped. we can have an appointment together, and he like grabs onto Melinda's arm and pulls him over to Grimoire, and he says, Ezek says that you need to look at me. So you can look at our new friend at the same time.
I unfortunately do not specialize in dragons, but why exactly do you want me to look at you?
Wait, ain't magic, ain't dragons magic?
This is my first experience. honestly, upon arriving here with dragons, and they are capable of magic, but that is not my area of expertise.
Ah, sorry, Mallinda. I thought we were gonna get to do something like friends would do.
That's okay. I will come with you anyway.
Sinbad will,
Yeah, moral support. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Sinbad
So,
will just say, well, you can always participate in having Sabrina shove carrot in your eyes together.
If that's what helps.
right. So, Isaac said that I should have you look at me because I ate that rock that everyone likes.
You what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You-
I ate it.
I'm sorry, you what?
I ate it.
Oh, that's a long story.
You ate the meteor? That's...
And he survived and apparently gained a bunch of strange powers as a result.
Well, you should have told me sooner. Let's take you to the laboratory.
Can I come too?
Yes, you're welcome to come too, Sabrina. The time dragon.
She's all giddy.
Fine, I'll investigate, Mallinda, says Sinbad.
Oh, I am not going with what was your name?
Oh, I'm Malcolm.
Sir Malcolm. I can go with you instead.
Aw. Can't he come along, small Arachilus number 2?
Sinbad like towers over Malcolm. He's probably.
He's
I
just
think he might be
looking up
bigger
wall.
than. He might be bigger than his dad, actually. Now I think about
No,
it.
Ninetales are only 3'7".
I don't know. I can roll
They're
dice.
actually very small.
I can roll dice. He
But he's
might
still
be
significantly
massive.
larger than Sabrina.
By the way, he's just gonna say, I'm the only one who actually has experience with Kronos on a level that might pass as expertise in this place. I don't expect I'll take long. I'll run out of my resources fast, but I still have something to go off of.
Okay. Well, we'll do something else later, Mallinda.
Okay,
Go play cards.
I would look forward to that. Okay. So Malcolm's gonna get examined. What are you gonna do with Sabrina or with Mallinda, Sinbad?
All right, so Sinbad is going to when he talks to her, he's going to say of what you remember. You don't remember anything to do with Kronos or how you came to be.
No, I do not. If that is truly where I came from.
My next question to you is, and he's gonna grab tentatively his hand and kind of see if there's some connection, some impulse that happens since he never touched Kronos.
When you touch, there is something there. It's hard to put into words what it is, but there is some like sort of connection between you and Mallinda.
whatever your counterpart Kronos had to you, he always called me by my liege. He never explained why, and I suppose I might never know why, but I know there's some sort of connection there. Does this feel or open anything to you?
It feels strange, but what is your name?
My name is Sinbad Ericellus.
Okay, Sir Sinbad Arachilus, I will try to open myself to what this might mean, but you see, in my head, I see countless worlds from their birth to their death, places and people that it's all a swirl, but it's all places that I don't belong. But something drew me towards here.
So there's something you think needs to happen.
I don't think it needs to happen. I just want clarity. I need someone to help me.
Because we theorized after Kronos left us that he was trying to help in his own creation in some capacity to ensure it happened, but now we're not sure.
As I said before, wasn't even aware of anyone named Kronos.
I think at this point we can assume probably well, it's probably not helping with his creation because he's already here. Perhaps this is some form of a desire for atonement after... As a time dragon, he would naturally be impossible to kill, but perhaps after his defeat, a new version of him appeared that desires to live a different, better life.
There's also the possibility that interfering directly in time by trying to cause harm to Ivy is what shattered him into a new form. But that's only speculation.
Don't really
The
have a
next
lot.
thing I want to test is, do you feel a connection to this? And he's going to cast Summon Dragon.
What are you making?
He'll see if he can actually make a time dragon. It might not be possible, and it might reset to Alderion, but he's gonna try.
If you're trying that but want to just default to a gold one, it ends up as Alderion.
Okay.
That looks like the fellow over there, but I don't feel a connection to that. No.
See if you get anything from interacting with it to some extent.
So just want them to like fist bump or touch claws or
pretty much.
Yeah, he touches it, but he shakes his head. No, I don't feel anything from this. It pleases me that there are other dragons like me, though.
After meeting Kronos, this spell, this draconic spirit, became a part of me. I can't apart from it, I was curious to see if there was a connection there as well. There might be one if its breath weapon is used against you, but I would rather not
I would rather that
bring
not.
harm to you. Reason being is the other group said that Ivy's breath weapon had a particular effect on Kronos. But I don't want
Yes.
to ask people to start blasting you either.
That
Yes, I think that's a bridge too far.
I'm willing to subject myself to a lot, but harm is not one of them.
I wouldn't want to cross that either. I'm not sure how to do a small scale test of that. That would unfortunately have to be with Sabrina's wheelhouse. She might be able to devise a smaller way of putting things to the test. Maybe if we got one of your scales and saw how it reacted to these breath weapons, but I don't know if you shed those or not.
No, I do not. To earn my trust, I can continue watching over Sir Jameson as he gathers food.
That would certainly be at least something good to do. Keeping him safe is certainly nice.
Oh, that's great! Valinda, do you want to see my room? I would very much like to see your room, Sir Jameson. And he begins taking him away.
Yeah, and more or less to kind of understand her like normal behaviors, Sinbad will more or less follow with, and he'll pleasantly enjoy it. He won't be like freaking standing at the back of the room with sunglasses, looking like a bouncer or anything. He'll friendly friendly join them.
And it's kind of just Jameson showing me, okay, that's my bed, there's Grevoir's bed, there's Isaac's bed. Mine's the bed that's made. And Melinda's just kind of nodding his head and smiling.
Sinbad, like, we'll probably just fast forward this, but Sinbad will probably like try to keep Melinda engaged, keep Jameson from being too overbearing, and encourage him at certain points, stuff like that.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the lab, you see Polly in there again, Malcolm, and I guess Sabrina too.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Polly.
Oh, hi. It's a pleasure to see you again, Malcolm. You have arrived back.
Yep. I'm getting a checkup.
Oh, well, I can go search the facility for that strange noise. If
Yes, please do that. I will. I'm kind of strapped on time for now, but I will help you at a later date, says Sabrina.
All right. So Grevoir begins like putting a bunch of probes in you, Malcolm. And her eyes widen and says, she says, they were serious.
Yep. That's pretty much what Estelle said, too.
Estelle, that's the mage you know, isn't it, Sabrina? Isn't it, Volpe?
Yep. I haven't seen her for a long time. Is she okay, Malcolm? Yep, she was fine. She's just with the MDRA right now.
But it seems like the piece of ether he ingested fused with his metabolism.
What does that mean?
Normally this would be how old are you? Or when did you do this?
Oh, I ate it, I think, about... And then he gives her, like, the amount of time that it's been since the start of this... since, like, about a couple months before the start of the snow campaign.
Then, he... well, at the very least, I don't think he is going to die. But this is... I know quite a bit about this meteor, and it is not like a stone. It is more like a fungus where it spreads. But what has happened to Malcolm, was it?
Yep.
Is the process we use with the ether to create magic items. It has more or less become a feedback loop of the energy from the ether, rendering it inert except in small bursts when it becomes active again.
Malcolm just kind of is looking at her wall-eyed. And Sabrina says, so he's basically like a natural conduit for it, then?
Yes. And I should stress this would normally kill anyone else who would attempt to eat the ether.
Well, can it see through me?
What do you mean, see through you?
Like, can it look through my eyes? Cause like, we've been running into a lot of these monsters that...
I died again. Oh my god. I died again.
Lost.
Okay,
Yeah.
there
Alright.
it is.
He's back.
What was the last thing you heard?
About it seeing something through your eyes.
Okay, he says, yeah, cause there's these things that grow out of it. Like, there was a big chunk of it on that airship that we got here on. It kind of hatched like an egg, and then these things crawled out of it. And then when we went down to get Ivy her necklace thing, there were some there waiting for us, and someone said that they must have known that we were coming there. And someone thought that maybe there was a spy, and I thought maybe it was looking through my eyes since I ate it.
She kind of goes wall-eyed now.
Oh, you can do that too? I thought it was just me.
Would you perhaps gather the team that went out there, Volpe?
Sure.
No.
Alright, Sabrina
we-
goes down.
We return with a grouchy Proteus, a grouchy Nick, a confused Dante, and I don't know how Aiden is processing all this.
It wouldn't be... Well, I guess Dante could come too, but Aiden saw it as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Aiden was prepared.
I meant Isaac.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone who went on the last mission, I need you to come with me real quick.
Oh, boy.
Alright.
Okay. So,
Hello, everyone. Says
hi,
Polly.
Polly.
Hi, Polly.
I have to say the room is less scary when you're here, although, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure what all these other things are.
I have a question regarding when Malcolm has told me. You said you saw a creature out there connected to the ether.
Yeah, long story short, our airship was powered by some of the meteor shards, but it somehow reacted to something and hatched these. I don't even know how to describe them. I think Proteus has some sort of image of something, but starts sprouting some sort of creatures. The ether itself is some alive thing.
Yeah, Proteus will show her the image capture he took before the fight.
She looks at it. And this is kind of your only one of the creature, right?
Let me go double check all the pictures I have in this thing. I have a lot of pictures in here that I need to scroll through. Let's see.
The photo album.
Let's see. Dragon Construct, Mordane,
I thought you
Carl.
took
I'm
one.
pretty
on
sure you
Bishop.
only have that one.
The Ether versus Nick. Yeah, I did not get one of the first fight. I don't think I had the room for that at the time.
She looks at it and says, "If what you are telling me is true, it is not. The ether is. This would imply it is alive and spreading."
Yeah, that's what we're getting to. It also has a massive hate for anyone who's destroyed any of the ether.
Yep.
This
Any time we destroyed the ether was brought into our mind when it made contact with us.
what concerns
It,
me most concerns me about this is if it's alive. Because there's an enormous chunk of it at the meteor crash site over to the east.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
we bought it,
That's-
it made me watch the thing falling all the way into the ice continent in real time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by all accounts, Aiden knows that piece is alive.
But
It was a very long time just falling.
what I'm getting at here is that these creatures came from smaller fragments of it. No?
Yeah, and
Smaller,
I'm pretty
yes, but tiny, no. They were at least the size of geodes, the ones that transformed.
But
regardless, I'm pretty sure I know what you're getting at. You're thinking of what that giant meteor is going to spawn.
yes. Like, it would imply that this needs to be eradicated if it's doing this.
Problem
Oh,
is, the MDRA is cultivating it.
Yeah, they're not going to like that at all.
But the thing is, and as much as I hate to say it, is what the MDRA does with it is make it inert.
Yes, from
By-
my understanding, part of why it might be toxic to hold is less to do with it itself and more to do with the creature within it being hazardous to us.
The MDRA, using my research, has devised a way to convert the ether into magic items, which again makes it inert. And because it appears what this creature is, it's only doing it to within raw pieces of ether.
Yeah, but could the MDR make an entire giant geode, or not geode, an entire giant rock of it inert?
Yes, I highly doubt that. That most likely must be destroyed. But all the remaining, there are several amongst the continent itself, and I can attempt to turn some into magic items, but I'm only one mage.
So it's all the more important that we get the clergy and the mages on the same page. We're probably going to need to come at this thing at multiple angles.
This has changed my perspective on it greatly, I will admit.
Well, do you think with this information the MDRA would be more inclined to at least listen to the idea of destroying the meteor?
The thing about the MDRA is it is self-governed, and while the fledgling sorcerers and mages are like this Estelle you talk about, have the greatest intentions, the higher up you get to the ladder, the more selfish and power hungry others become.
So in other words, those idiots would be willing to still try and use the giant rock for whatever they could, even if it's going to come alive and kill them.
You see, the thing about that is it wouldn't kill them.
What do you mean?
They have contingencies in place, they have simulacrums in place, they have clones ready. Hell, I don't even think they might even be on the planet sometimes. And they would use this opportunity as lab rats on the planet.
Freak heck, what the hell is wrong with them?
Oh, well, it's just everything, and the hallowed flames they're just as bad.
I ain't saying they aren't. I'm just saying that's... Ugh. I'm starting to see why Mr. Kellis wants the freaking coup.
Yeah, no kidding.
Considering whenever we worked with them, they kind of always had more and more and more work for us. They were kind of, in a weird way, disconnected.
And don't get me wrong, I wholly believe there are mages and sorcerers with the best intentions inside the organization. But I think it has long since become corrupt. The higher-ups, anyway.
It will always become corrupt.
So,
By creating a central locus of power of magic and the governance thereof. The Hallowed Flames created the perfect place for that kind of activity to foster. Even if we replace everyone, it will grow again in the future.
Well, you piqued my interest of staging a coup. Because I would like a spot on the directors.
As much as I think that would be great, you're going to have a hard time convincing the clergy to let you be on that in the first place, considering they think you're an edict breaker and all that.
Well,
No.
as I said before, the MDRA is self-run. They're the ones who dubbed me a malfeasant.
Fair enough.
and if there's a change of leadership, then your malfeasant status goes away and you could be on the board director as much as you want, right?
Yes.
Kind of. We'd have to get someone on the board to govern non-malfeasant first, which, if we're doing a coup, is not going to happen.
But the other part of me wants to say it is foolish to oppose them for the reasons I just told you.
Yeah. What you just said makes it seem really hard. You'd have to, I don't know, get, every single underling to just decide to get rid of the higher-ups. And even then, they'd still probably try something.
Well, strangely enough, Kronos could help with that, although I have a feeling that Kronos will not help with that because Kronos wants to kill us.
you killed Kronos.
And he came
Let's-
back.
Let's shelve the what he's. I don't think he's planning on killing us. My guess is he's planning on focusing on Ivy, but let's shelve that for a second. How in the world is that Time Drake able to help us?
A lot of those spells that require a wizard to continue to persist beyond their means usually have a restriction that comes down to death of old age. One that's been long coming, I imagine, for most members of the Directorate.
No, it does not, because they put themselves in younger bodies.
Ones that we can age.
Well, the trick to that is they have their clone. Higher level spellcasters, like, well, not like myself, I'm not high level, but they have one thing in common, is they are awfully paranoid, and they safeguard the places they hide their clones very thoroughly. But that's not the only way I've heard whispers of them cheating death. Lichdom is another way I've heard them do it.
Ah, the hallowed flames really are the worst. Allowing Lichdom to foster because they were too afraid of freedom of teaching of magic.
I doubt the Hell Flames even know that they did Lichdom. Something
From
tells
what I
me that.
learned- From what I've learned in my time at the university, it sounds like one of the first liches might have been an abjuration wizard, even.
Really? What makes you say that? What have you learned?
Well, I don't know all of the details, but a ward against death itself, or rather those who harbinge it. But you would still, but if that's true, they would still have to do the atrocities required to create a phylactery in order to maintain that
Yes.
that ward.
And it's, in a way, it's no different than clones.
Well, clones don't consume souls.
Yes, they don't consume souls, but I mean, it's the same sort of idea as comparing the phylactery to it's just hiding something else to sustain yourself. But the Lich does not have to worry about old age, is the trade-off.
The thing is if we reveal anything to the hallowed flames, they're going to run on a crusade, and if they do that, then congratulations, we handed the entire world over to Voss.
Yeah, and therein lies a problem. As confirming these things I have told you will undoubtedly cause another war.
And that's Voss's main goal, is to cause that war. So what we're going to need to do is somehow... this is a headache and a half.
Everything comes down to Lowen. If we want their cooperation in removing liches and restructuring the MDRA, we're going to have to earn their trust, and then we're going to have to leverage it.
Yes.
So either way, we were planning on visiting the Expedition Society for Alderion's sake to try to learn more of Draxel, but maybe we'll pay Lonely's friends a visit.
They are stationed at the gate, I believe, now. To the east of here.
Both or just the Hallowed Flames?
Both. Well, from last I heard. From, well, my, who are the individuals giving me hospitality here.
It was kind of a joint effort between the Hallowed Flames and Expedition Society to retake the wall.
Yeah, so
Plus
looks
our
like we're
help.
visiting. If we're visiting the Expedition Society. We're gonna also visit your favorite people, Proteus.
Well, at the very least, there are 2 points of contact we need to make anyway.
But you should tread on very thin ice.
The problem is, I'm not entirely sure how much I can hide from them for much longer. If anyone got any information from that final attack, I am more than likely going to be discovered.
What final attack?
When we took the airship to come to the ice continent, they sent their air force after us, and I obviously had to use spells and magics to ward them off. Every one of them should be dead. Should is the word, but the dead can speak. I know that much, and it's not hard for a cleric to do it even. If they suspected a malfeasant mage was on board, then the Hallowed Flames would have complied with such a task. Then after that, they would have all rights to make.
That would require them to suspect a malfeasant mage was on there. They know I have magic, and they probably wouldn't outright suspect you're a malfeasant.
No, I feel like they would just use that as the excuse. Because once they have the Hallowed Flames to confirm what they want to confirm, they have no more need of them, because they can handle the rest themselves by law.
Well, the MDRA are the ones who dub mages malfeasant. So unless the MDRA has dubbed you such, they can't do anything to you.
Which I doubt they have. Otherwise, Estelle would have likely used sending to warn me about it.
Even if that's not the case.
Wherein lies the problem, though, is it sounds like you actually stole an airship.
Oh, I've done a lot more than that. Least of all, being still underage.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 17, but I don't think 18 will come fast enough.
Okay, that answers my next question.
Yeah.
I had spent quite a bit of time in Helmfirth before more or less forcibly being dragged out of it by the murderer.
I'm aware of them. Why did you bring one with you?
We didn't.
He's an ex-murderer. He actually has a vendetta against them.
He's called a stowaway in the more official terms.
There's that too. He sort of snuck on board with us.
I don't fear him trying anything because, like you warned that dragon down there, he is severely outgunned and he has nowhere to run.
Not until he pulls a faction to us.
But, that is all I can tell you about Malcolm here. This sounds like we need to get to that meteor or find a way to destroy it. That's the biggest piece.
But in other words, Malcolm's main question is unanswered as to whether or not he can be peered or scried through, or the other magic items.
It would make sense if he could be scried through whenever he
Connects with it.
yes.
Oh no, I'm the spy!
Not intentionally. So therefore you're not a spy.
Okay.
You're a mark.
I'm sorry, guys.
Is there a way we can keep them from using Malcolm to figure out where we are?
I'm afraid not.
Non-detection.
Yeah, you would need higher level spells to do that.
I don't think
Joy?
I could do it with Nistel's magic aura, because I'd have to have access to his insides for that.
Yeah, you need to... Mind blank might work.
I'll get there eventually.
By the time we get there, it might not matter.
Yeah, probably. It's always too little too late with me.
Well, at the very least, we could try and at least be prepared for that. And the more we're around other people, the less I think the ether, whatever the heck this thing is, will want to try and do something.
At the very
Almost-
least, he will be safe here, as I have not only cloaked the place and similarly what I was doing when I was on my own, but a generator I made makes us impervious to divination in any kind.
Oh, so did you amplify the area of effect of the hide object spell?
What I'm using is, she points over to this large generator, and it's powered by ether. And it has an
Yeah.
enormous chunk of it inside.
But Proteus is more trying to figure out like how the ether is amplifying the use of a spell and maintaining it, and suspects it's one of hers.
Yes. Albeit with materials from the MDRA. Yes, I constructed this thing.
Right. Well, if we're gonna have to stay here for a little bit, I think it would be good to learn more about this. I've taken quite a bit of a shine to these artificers and other contraptions. Perhaps I can help bolster our defenses, or perhaps make a smaller one for Malcolm in some capacity.
Yes.
So that'd be using the ether against the ether, which might have consequences.
In theory, you might actually be correct on that, but it would require an operation to basically make this device inside of Malcolm here.
I could eat it.
I'm afraid
Oh.
it does not work like that.
They mean cutting you open. Oh, I don't like that.
Wow. You get to keep your eyes.
No, Malcolm, we're not cutting Malcolm open.
I mean, we have Rebecca. Like, she has learned some of that stuff.
But she's not... I doubt she's experienced with the ether.
It would have to be a joint effort. I'd only do it if we were all confident on it, mind you, but I don't think it's the worst idea to bring up.
Meta, like, who is actually proficient in medicine?
Sabrina used to be.
I don't think any. Oh, Loki is actually proficient in medicine.
Oh.
Dante is.
I'm like,
Nick is
Rebecca
not, though.
Definitely is.
Are you sure we couldn't like make it into a helmet or something?
That's what my first thought was, but if Master Grimoire says that it has to be surgery first, I would assume she would know best.
Because it's coursing through his body, it cannot be external. It has to be connected to wherever the source of the ether has situated inside of Malcolm here.
Well, I guess the first thing we'd have to do is determine where it is taking up residence within him.
Yes, this is not an easy task. I admit.
Time to do an endoscope.
Yeah. I suppose detect magic probably wouldn't be able to find its precise location since it's hidden behind his body.
Yes, that is correct.
You have to be able to actually see things with detect magic.
Yeah, I can cloak people in their entirety, and I can cloak objects, but I cannot cloak insides
Innards.
or outsides. It'd be disturbing Halloween party trick, though.
But that medic you did bring would possibly need to be involved in this, even if she's not. Because I think she's the only one, well, one of the individuals who is most definitely best qualified to do something like that.
Well, I think it's worth talking about and considering anyway.
Yes, if you're being attacked by these creatures like in what you have shown me here, it might eventually need to be done.
Yeah.
That's all the information I can give you on a quick checkup like this.
Well, if we have nothing better to do today, I suppose, Malcolm, if you wanted to go and talk to Rebecca about all this and see if she can give you an extra look up to find out where it is within your body, we can do that too.
Maybe, but I kind of wanted small Aracels to teach me X and Z. Well, I can certainly try later if we've got the time.
Probably just gonna pull out a piece of paper, just write X and Z on it, and then say, there, boom, X and Z.
You ain't a good teacher, Proteus.
I don't think that's teaching.
Just about the meteor again, though. Didn't you mention there was also the fact that it kind of remembered whoever's destroyed it?
Yeah.
Would that really matter as much than with what you're going to do with Malcolm if it just kind of senses people?
I don't think it can, well, I suppose I can't make any assumptions in general, but, like, it harbors a grudge against people who destroy it, but I don't think it senses them from halfway across the world and goes specifically at them. No, if it does, then doing anything to get rid of the ether chunk of Malcolm is basically pointless.
I should also remind you three, as she points to Nicholas, Proteus, and Malcolm, that one girl with the slime backpack wanted to see you, and your cleric as well. She wouldn't tell me what it was about, but she said she wanted to see you.
All right.
Alright, we'll go see what Kira wants. Well, we'll get Dante and see what Kira wants.
All right. Is what's going to happen next, or does anyone else want to do something else here?
Let's get that out of the way first.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's what's gonna happen next.
Choo choo boof. She's in the down here, the barracks down here.
Excuse me, I went over there.
Oh, you're back finally.
You want to see
Hey,
us
we were-
about something?
Yeah. Close the door.
Malcolm shuts it.
Well, I'll make this quick. I can sense a lot of hostility here between the others, so I'll leave it up to you if you want to share this or not. But remember how we used the slime to insulate us on that airship when we were crashing?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, with the extra gelatinous cube you got me, I think I made a way to harness that in a more portable manner.
What do you mean by that?
She goes into her gelatinous cube bag and she pulls out 4 of these like metallic badges. Put these on.
Grabs it, puts it on.
And then press down on the button.
Nick steps back before doing that, just in case.
Does it click when we press the button?
Yeah.
Malcolm presses it repeatedly. He is enamored with the noise it makes.
All right. So for 3 of you, when you press the button, this large kind of wave of slime like shoots out of it and then envelops you in this clear, transparent coat. Well, with Malcolm, it's like going out and going back.
Heh, heh, heh.
Malcolm, you're only supposed to press it once. Don't break it.
Using these.
He presses it like 3 more times before stopping and letting it do what it did to everyone else.
And you feel a little bit warmer in this place when it coats you. And using this, it should give you some insulin, even what's farther out there.
Huh.
And I didn't want to tell them because they would probably want it and start asking me for one, but I work for you guys, not them.
Nick clicks this off and says, yeah, I'm willing to keep this as a bit of a thing for us for now.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying I could sense the hostility between, especially with Ivy.
I mean, they seem to have a lot more inbred capabilities of combating the cold than we have, other than Malcolm.
So, mechanically, what this does is it gives you plus 10 to frost checks.
Wow.
But
Wow.
stuff.
Okay.
if you go out there, if there are slimes, especially 8, I'm looking for a really, really, really big one. I might be able to make this even better.
You got any of them catchy things?
Yes, I that's exactly what you have a good memory, Malcolm. The slime capsules, yes, I have 5 of them.
How big are we talking?
Gargantuan.
I had a feeling.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Because this is... I need an ooze that is adapted to both that meteor, ether, and the cold weather.
If there would
And
be any place that it does that, it would definitely be here.
exactly. And if you can get that, I might be able to devise a way to just make you immune to the cold weather.
That's real useful. I wonder if, based on the slime stuff we've given Polly, if he might be able to put a trace on something like that.
That's not my area of expertise, but perhaps.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's just me speculating.
And maybe a part of me wants you to do it, just because there are mages here, and I want to show how much better we are than them. A little nagging. Part of me, anyway.
Bragging rights is fun.
Makes it tough
Yeah, I
whether
mean,
or not we tell them, because we could end up getting some help in that regard. Maybe they've already seen something of that nature, but
Currently, they seem the most likely ones to run into Wolric or Kleiman, but
I mean, if you want to tell them, that's I ain't gonna stop you.
I'm not going to do that without at least getting everyone's opinion here first.
I think we should tell them. They're friends.
I think currently we should have them on hand when we go and visit the Hallowed Flames, because if they ask us to do anything over the wall to get their immediate favor, we're gonna need them.
Well, no, that's not the point. Is whether we tell rest of the group about this.
I think it's more like we tell them when needed. Currently, I think we need it the most, so we don't need to tell them.
Malcolm frowns.
I don't particularly care whether they're told or not, to be honest.
We'll tell.
Kira does have a point that they'd probably immediately want her making more of these.
Yes. And,
Well, almost definitely.
and I only had enough to make this with the enormous gelatinous cube you brought back.
But what if they're over there and they find one? And then they destroy it because they didn't know we needed it?
Well, they wouldn't have any of those capsules.
Well, yeah, if we don't tell them, but if we tell them and give them some...
I don't know how many capsules do we even have left.
5.
We got 5. I think asking Polly if he could get a bead on him would be first, because if he gets a bead on him and it's wherever the heck they're going, then I guess probably have to tell him. But if he gets a bead on it and it's where we're going, then I don't think the question really matters anymore. And if he can't get a bead on it, then, well, there's that too.
Kira, I imagine you want this to also just be a sort of pleasant surprise if you're able to do this and just suddenly show you found a solution for the cold.
Well, like I said, it's up to you what you share from here on out. I didn't want to tell anyone else, and since I'm working for you. But I would like them to be used to find Wolfric.
Probably what they're gonna be used for. If I were a betting man, Wolveric's probably on the cold side.
Well, at the very least, we can see Polly can find anything, and if you want to, Malcolm, we could hand them a couple capsules and say that she needs a gargantuan slime to I don't know, just to
Thinking.
make to improve to make an item that will improve our odds out there. Just make it sound like we're making it for the first time.
I also, it seems in their garden they have a lily of some sort that staves off against the cold. And I could prepare some of these as well.
You mean make more what you just gave us?
No, it's something completely different. It's a salve that it same function more or less. It's a it will protect you against the effects of extreme cold for 3 days. And mechanically, if you fail a frost check, you can choose to succeed it instead. But you can only do it up to 3 times. It's basically a refined version of the one Climbing game gave you.
Right.
But if you use it 3 times in a day, then you'll take a bunch of cold damage and be incapacitated for a minute. And your hit point max reduced. No exhaustion, though.
Okay. How long is the hit point max reduced? Just until a long rest?
Yep.
Okay.
That's how those tend to go.
Well, you'll probably need to ask them, since it's their flower.
Well, they've
Yeah.
cultivated a lot.
I mean, I think it's more than fair to say, hey, can we use your flour to make these things that will help us, or you, either one.
Well, I've made
But
two.
Yeah,
probably more than.
I've made 2 doses of it already.
Well, why
Might
don't
be
we
good to hand
give-
one off to them, just even as a sort of proof of what's been made. They'll obviously we're in a bit of a not a standstill, but clearly there's hostility, and we'll have to eventually smooth that over.
After that point, I can attempt to make it once every 7 days.
Yeah. Someone here, one of us might be able to help you in the next day here. If we wanted to do that, but we'll see. Well, that's good information. I think, yeah, we'll let them know that you can do that. And Malcolm, if you want to pass them two capsules and tell them that if they find a giant slime, that if they catch it, they can help against the cold, that would be good too.
Okay.
I also saw that that crow skulking around the garden too.
He just wants poison.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, poison is useful.
Sense. I mean, it sounds like he really does want to do something to help around here. He's got nowhere else to go right now. We had a talk the other day, just his situation versus sort of their standing with their mercenary. So
Well, I ain't gonna lie, probably a little. I don't like the murder, and him being ex-murderous does annoy me, but the fact that he's ex-murder me probably, I don't know. My feelings of him on him are gonna probably forever be complicated.
I mean, he stowed away on our ship without any mention of how he did it really why he did it. He said he did it because he was curious that we would be there, which is not a good reason.
Oh, I could believe it.
He's been keeping tracks on us for a while, and given everything going on, and the fact that
Well,
we got his help during the theater.
if I recall correctly, his excuse was we shouldn't have been traveling in such a big group in the middle of the city. Was what piqued his curiosity, from what I remember about it.
Just have to keep tabs on us.
Jeez, why are all you guys so suspicious of all our new friends? I mean, whenever someone comes along, they want to be our friend. You're just like, I don't trust you. I mean, it's happened with Vinny. It happened with Ivy at first, and then it's happening with Mallinda, and now all these other guys. Why can't you just trust them?
Because all of our new friends just so happen to also be people who have a history, or just straight up are people who have tried to kill people, those of us here, or tried to do more bodily harm to those of us here, and their excuse is, I forgot, or I just felt like it.
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Dante just face palms.
Let me put it like this: we're playing with fire 24/7. It's not exactly easy to.
But we can't light any fires. Only the fire types can light fires.
He's making a metaphor.
Oh,
Look,
one of them things. I remember you talking about them.
Look, so yes, there's been concerns with the people that we've met and hostilities, but I think it is at least fair to say Janice is trying. So given we're going to be stuck here for, well, we don't really know how long, I think it's better we at least try to just offer that olive branch.
All right. I'm willing to try and give him that chance at least.
That's all I really wanted to tell you guys. What you do with it, I guess it's none of my business, but I would like you to get a head on Wolverick. Maybe I am driven a little bit by revenge on him, but I realize it's not going to take a day.
Yeah, we'll need to figure out where he is in the first place, and
Especially if he's far out on the eastern side of the continent.
definitely somewhere around here. And believe me, I want him dead as much as you do.
Good.
Well, since Rebecca's here.
Oh yeah, I've been
Yeah.
here the whole time.
Hi, Becca.
Hi.
They
I
want to know.
You guys,
They want to know if you can cut me open and put something inside me.
Wait.
That's the end goal. The starting goal is to see if you might have a means of finding something inside of Malcolm's body. He ate, I guess you could call it a gem, a while ago, and we don't know where it is inside of his body. And from the looks of it, things are using it to cast spells through him, basically.
Are you talking about an operation?
Yeah,
the end of
that's what the tall lady said.
And that's what we'll do at the end. To start, we just need to know where it is in him to see if that's even possible.
Well, I don't think I could do it with just a physical alone, especially what's inside of him. You'd need to get me medical materials to do that.
Great. We'll just have to go ask Apollo for more stuff then. Or would that be in the wheelhouse of the Hallowed Flames?
They no, they don't do operations. That would be more in the wheelhouse of abolition, actually.
Well, that sure ain't happening anytime soon.
Great. We're gonna have to go and pull a heist. Again.
What about Wolverick? I remember you took me with you, and he had a lot of very advanced medical supplies.
Considering what he was doing, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got that with him here.
Nothing in his lab is going to have survived, though.
Well, nothing in his previous lab, but if we could find where his lab is around here, then probably got some good equipment there.
Yes,
And once he's dead, he sure as heck ain't gonna be using any of it.
well, that could be a possible lead for that.
Well, getting to Wolverick over there with the ether being what it is will be really hard.
Because, I'm not being pessimistic, but of Kira saying this, but asking them to hand over a bunch of advanced medical supplies to us individual when the faction are using them. I don't think that's going to go over well. Or it might go over well, they'll just say no.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to start asking a bunch of questions.
And that too.
That's why I wouldn't ask.
In relation to abolition.
I mean, if we have to, we could go back to Loomhalls and steal some from them there.
Yeah, we could possibly do that too. There is medical equipment in the university and the lab I was in there in Loomhalsen, but it does not belong to me. So it would
that also requires us going there, and that's going to be a problem.
There was a teleportation circle down there, and wouldn't the Hallowed Flames have gone to that lab at that point?
All we need is a seeming spell. Or disguises. I can make a bunch of those.
I feel like us going there in disguise isn't going to go over that well. Or even disguise us to a certain extent, but I'm pretty certain our visages alone are going to be... Well, I guess you at least have the excuse of having other disguises at your disposal, Proteus, but...
I can make disguises for you too, magical and non-magical. Just give me time.
Do you think your cousin might be able to help?
No. He doesn't like illusions. He hates them.
Just remind you that we are going to be one of criminals going back there, so...
Yeah, and that's my biggest concern.
I wouldn't say it's our first option, but if it's what we have to do to keep Malcolm safe, it's what we have to do to keep Malcolm safe.
Well, maybe little Arachellus will figure something out.
Maybe so. At the very least, we might... There's some things that we might want to keep doing today while there's still time.
We go over those capsules and let them know about the slime situation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to Polly, see if he's got if he could get a bead on where Gargantuan slime might be. You might not be able to, but at least getting an idea might help direct things. Might also go see Vinny and try and bury the hatchet.
Well, have fun with that. I'm sure it'll go great.
Yeah, probably.
I'll probably be glad you actually tried.
I want just remember one thing. Do you know when he left the murder? What betrayal happened to him?
He hasn't really talked about it.
Because I'm just saying he might have been working with them on the job that killed your friend.
Yeah, don't remind.
Could always ask him.
Walks out.
Malcolm
Uh,
just kind of
unfortunately-
bounces his way out.
Boing, boing,
I
boing.
unfortunately have to remind you of something difficult like that just because it might come up anyway, or he'll try to hide it from you, which would make it worse for you later. Up to
Comes
you.
up, I'll deal with it when it comes up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna make sure that Malcolm finds everyone, because I think that the only place he knows by heart is the garden.
All right. Would the ice team be doing anything, or are we just gonna follow up on this?
I'm like, I have to think on that, and so I'll probably just plow forward with a little bit of what I wanted to do with Proteus here,
All right.
and then figure that out later.
All right.
Everything Sabrina wants to do involves someone from the snow team.
Okay.
Yeah, so Proteus wants to talk to Sabrina and Grimoire about setting up a communication circle here.
Okay. And what's Nick doing?
Nick is going to ask Paul if he can detect, if he would be able to detect a gargantuan slime on the ice continent.
Okay. And Dante?
Let's see. I think, just given the operation in the future, Dante's actually going to be talking with Rebecca about, like, given her medical expertise versus his, like, not as much expertise but proficiency.
Yeah.
Just if there's things he can do to help.
All right. With the operation, or just in
Yeah,
general?
well, both, really.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, we'll go to this room since everyone's going in that direction. Nick stops, or Proteus stops by, or no, Nick stops off by Polly, and everyone else goes into the room. And he says, "Oh, greetings, Gorvin," as he has a stethoscope against the wall again.
Are you planning on operating against the walls?
Oh no, it's just a heartbeat that I have found. No one noticed. I think Sabrina has displayed some interest in it as well.
Oh, don't tell me this place is frickin' alive too.
I know, it's remarkable, isn't it?
That's certainly one way of putting it. Anyways, that's beside the point. I got a question for you. Where Kira's got some stuff she's got planned, more slime projects, and what she needs is a real big one. She's looking for our gargantuan slime. Think you'd be able to potentially detect one somewhere on this continent?
Well, I am unfamiliar with this continent, so I would not know where one is, but what we can possibly do is set up pylons to give me an eye, or an ear, or a touch, or a smell, or the other sense. Hear a sound, yes, of what's on the eastern part of this continent. Unfortunately, I would need these to be manually set up. on very high points, like a mountain or a large structure.
Yeah. Fun. All
I
right,
know
well,
it sounds wonderful learning on what lives on the other side.
well, sure we're going to be doing plenty there, so maybe I can rope in. If we're not up doing it, well, we plan on telling the fact that Kier needs the slime to the other group eventually, so maybe they can take some time if they're there to set it up, or we can set it up.
Yes, they have a very limited range, so you need to set them up on different points. And kind of that region, I would be able to suss out what is there.
Well, I think sussing out what's out there is probably going to be for better eventually, so. How many of those pylons will you have?
I only have 2 at the moment, but I can make more.
Alright, well. I guess for now, hand me those 2 and I'll hand it off to one of the other crews if they're had enough.
Well, it's in my lab. I mean, sorry, their lab. They seem to be in deep discussion right now as the camera.
All right, so as everyone starts coming in, Sabrina's over there with Grimoire, and she's got out that warding amulet that prevents scrying, and she's got like, is there like a whiteboard or something in here?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that.
All right, so she's like at a whiteboard, and she's like got a little picture of Malcolm, and like there's like a bodysuit on him, and it's got like little lines of ether throughout it, and the amulet's on top of it. And she's like, so I figure instead of putting something inside of him, we might just be able to make him a bodysuit and then modify a warding amulet and slap it. Oh, hi guys.
Well, that's something to walk in on.
Oh yes, I just figured that it would be more pleasant for Malcolm than cutting him open.
Yes, this would be possible if we would need to basically enspell something like this with a spell like
Non-detection or Nistol's magic aura.
Yeah.
Yes, something along those lines. How difficult do you think it would be to do something like that?
To create something like this, that it would be very cumbersome for him. It might reduce his speed a little bit, but it could possibly work.
All right, I'll keep working on it. It's a project for another day. We're not going to get it done in one time. And you guys came back. What's up?
All right. Well, who do you think's gonna be faster here, Malcolm?
Okay, so we were talking with Kira. You know who she is, right? Yeah. Well, here, take these. And he gives her the capsules. What are these? One of you guys tell her. I don't know how it all works so good.
It
You know, Sabrina, they bear kind of a similar they bear a similar design to the ball used against the red dragon.
Yeah. She kind of gets like very faint look of PTSD on her face while she takes out the ultra ball and looks at it and compares them.
they compress slimes down into them more or less. Kira thinks that she might be able to make something that protects against the cold, or in this case, maybe a bodysuit. If we can capture a slime or two of large enough size.
Right. These things catch slimes only, right?
Well, yeah, like bonk yourself in the head with it. It doesn't work.
She actually tries it.
Yeah, it kind of opens up and there's a slight sucking that happens.
Okay. Okay, sorry. She...
Is there a reason that it should work on anything else?
Yeah, abolition has something that works on pretty much anything.
Well, that would explain how they got a lot of inexplicable things.
Quite frankly, I'm scared of what they're capable of. I mean, what they had is basically a 9th level abjuration spell that's portable and can be used multiple times. Anyway...
Well, I mean, they sent their stupid things through the atmosphere to go crash land on this continent and go looking for us.
She just kind of puts her face in her paws for a second and shakes her head. Right, let's get back on topic. So, alright, she needs slimes then?
Yeah, an ooze of 15 by 15 feet or larger.
I said gargantuan.
No, 20 by 20.
Oh, that's definitely a big slime.
You know,
Right.
it'd probably just take up half of this room by itself.
Yeah. Yeah, she said it's got to be from here, and it's got to have that rock in it. Oh, so okay, so all right, and you just gave me these so that if we run across something like that, we've got more people and more places looking for it. Then
More or less.
she shrugs, nods, and puts the capsules in her bag of holding. And says, "Sure, I can do that."
Also, I'll pass this over to you. He'll hand over one of the salves to her and says she has learned how to make some of these, which they're ointments. They apply through the skin rather than orally, and she's made it so they don't completely destroy you unless you use all of their capabilities at once.
She takes out the cold resistant.
He'll further explain how they work, probably because Sabrina and him would know the jargon for this with Kira.
Yeah, and while he's doing that, she takes out the cold resistant sample that she got from Kleinman, and she kind of looks between them, and she's like, "That Kira's a smart cookie, isn't she?"
Yeah, I mean, artificers are pretty talented.
Well, I'm glad she's on our side.
I've learned to do quite a bit of things with magic and without magic, and by going in between the two.
Well, thank you for giving me these. They're definitely going to be very useful. My brother's been wanting to go over to the east side of the continent.
Yeah. My only advice is you probably want to take those at either the first point of someone getting cold or before it has the chance to happen at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you're certain that they're not going to do well on a night, that's a great time, or just make sure it never happens to start.
I will remind you, too, it happens when you take cold damage as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can also, like, kind of willingly use this or not, so you can just kind of, much like magic items with charges, you can only use 2 and then not use the third one, just let it expire by 3 days and nothing will happen to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so, in Mechanic-Ys, Proteus's suggestion is more or less you start using them on when you have 1 level of exhaustion, because it's probably your only chance of succeeding after that.
She nods.
And then Proteus will say, and lastly, it might be easier than relying on Far Screen if we created a communication circle in this place, if your permission is granted.
Yes, it would make sense if we did it.
it'll take some costly materials to do, which I'm pretty sure that you have on hand, and it would make it a lot easier for us to do things. If I'm lucky, I might be able to establish one with your father and try to work out this coup if that's what you really want to do.
Well, I'm all for it. Having an easier way to communicate amongst ourselves would definitely be beneficial.
Yeah, more or less multiple people can use communication circle at once and contact one another if they know the sigil sequences.
Sure. What would you need?
It's gonna be like, we're gonna need a big room. Let's see, where's the actual I don't think we can layer them on top of each other. Where we need at least like a 15-foot radius for this. It can go up to 20.
Well, let's go to the sigil room and we'll see if we could maybe double up on that.
I don't think we can double up the circles on each other. That sounds like it could cause a problem.
It also sounds fun, though, you have to admit.
Yeah, I don't know if Malcolm's gonna appreciate coming back with one leg on his nose.
Yeah, that'd make it hard to eat grass.
So what you doing?
Well, Sabrina wants to go with Proteus to find a place to plop down this communication circle.
Yeah, now I have to go look at the map.
The rooms. So you
Which
look-
room is the the teleportation circle in anyway? Is it this
It's
one?
in the library.
It's in the library, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the
let's just make
teleportation
it-
circle's in the library. We might be able to put it in there as well. Pretty big room.
Alderion.
Though Alderion will probably be annoyed by it.
He is going to hate us. Every time this is used, it lights up too.
Oh, maybe he just needs to learn a little patience.
There is a room where there is like a demon summoning circle. If you,
Yeah, we have
All
to
right,
go to
that room.
this room right here.
Replace the
Replace the
demon
demon
cir-
summoning circle with a communication circle.
Works for me.
Yeah, so to get the 20-foot radius one, aka the best one that can do the most, will be $2,400.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. Is there a particular kind of material that you need?
Powdered gemstone.
I think we could probably make that work. Just-
Hey, did we?
Yeah.
We need your jeweler's tools.
Yeah, I was about to say, we just grab from the horde and then take it to Aiden and say, hey, could you grind these up for us?
I was actually going to try getting started on the project that Jameson wanted me to make him some armor, but sure, I can do that really quick.
And if that's what you're gonna do, I'll say just make sure you're deducting it. Make sure it's just not coming out of nowhere. And yeah, I can say you can do that.
Let's see.
All right.
Keeps vaults. Does someone have that open?
I had it open.
There's-
I can have it
There's
open. real quick.
two.
I don't remember which one is the real one.
I've got it. 1 second.
One with
I
Polly's
see-
data bank that has.
I see an
comments.
ice in here, and I see an anonymous liger in here. That's probably a good sign.
Hopefully this is the right one. Yeah, the Tavern Mimic brains in there.
Just minus 250 from the platinum pieces.
Easier.
250. I think I made it a little more expensive.
Which kind of gem
Just any.
Yeah, it just says powdered gemstone.
Yep, it's just powdered gemstone.
Rupees that are the cheapest.
All right, I refunded us $100 because it's 2,400, not 2,500, and this is where I'm like, this is where I need one of those like sigil tokens I have on my computer and just dump it here.
I'm just gonna bookmark this page also, so we just.
I have it
Done that
bookmarked
already.
already.
Right. Deduct from the rubies.
Okay, let me just duplicate my sticky note here, go all the way back here, and then just, you know, communication circle room, 20-foot radius. There. I'll make it even bigger. Oh dear. I've been ejected. I didn't like it. I've been banished.
Sure.
Bold. There we go. Sticky note. It has been applied. Alright, so yeah, now I don't have to use Far Scry as much, and as we deploy more of these around, we might be able to conference with the other factions over enough time, but we'll see how that goes. For now, we have the primary one established.
I'll probably need to get this into my spell book, won't I?
Yeah, I think me or Master Grimoire could help you with that one.
Alright, I'll trade you teleportation circle. How's that sound?
I have that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Why'd you have me cast it then?
because I had to use my
Right,
Hagrid's
fighting a
circle.
dragon, of course.
Well, not fighting a dragon. It was avoiding the thing that fell in from the atmosphere. I figured rather than fight it, we should just go around it. So I cast invisibility at 5th circle.
Right, take that off the list.
Alright, what happens next then?
Sabrina's just going to ask the other team if they've got a 50 GP moonstone that they'd let her have.
Do you?
I probably do. I remember having a bunch of moonstones. Yeah, I have 10 of them. Wait, what's persistent messages cost? These might be more expensive. Nope. Yeah. So you can. I'll hand you one of my 10 moonstones.
Alright, how much is it worth?
50.
Excellent.
Persistent message is a good spell too. You know, it's basically an answering machine.
Alright, I just realized what Loki should be doing.
What should he be doing?
Can we smelt the platinum into platinum rings?
That would you have a forge, and it would take a day, but yeah, you can do it.
Okay. Yeah, Loki's gonna ask the ice crew to borrow some of the platinum and ask Ada to see if he could smelt some platinum rings.
I'm gonna ask my own crew if I can use my crew's resources.
Does a ring count as like an armor type thing? Probably not.
No, it's jewelry.
You don't even technically need to be wearing it, I don't think. It's just
You
a
just-
material component.
You just
Yeah,
have
it's
to
a
have it.
material. Basically, I need a 250 gold platinum rings for warding bond.
Yeah.
Ah,
So you need like 100. You need like 100 platinum pieces to do it.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Love that.
But if you have that, then yeah, Aiden can easily just make it.
I've got everything to really just do that. So
But after that, Aiden's occupied for the whole day. Because he's not only grinding down jewels, but he's making platinum rings,
Rings.
We're
Yeah,
keeping Aiden busy.
After, actually, how long does it take to make this communication circle? It's it only takes a minute to make it a really big one.
Isn't there a ritual to be permanent, though?
Yeah, so it's if the spell is cast as a ritual, the cost of the material goes up to 2,400 if you choose, and becomes permanently active.
Yeah. Okay.
What level spell is that?
5.
Fifth.
Ooh, that's a big one. Okay.
It's a big one, but it allows us to potentially chain calls together, which could be useful to us.
Yeah, and you've got that in your spell book, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so that means it'll be faster for Sabrina to copy it over. Okay. So that will take 5 hours and 50 gold.
looking,
Yeah.
there's
Do
nothing
you
I
have
can do to speed this up.
non-detection?
I do not.
Otherwise, I'm still
Fine.
spent on spells anyways from getting
I'm gonna
back.
pull up your sheet. What do I want to steal from you?
Sabrina would offer.
Yeah.
What can I steal from you that isn't proprietary Sabrina copyright?
I'll let you work out the spell swapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you want to do, Dante or Aiden? Well, no, Dante,
well,
because
I'm-
Aiden's busy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aiden.
Yeah, I guess my goal is just kind of asking once again, like it was mainly just kind of linking up with Rebecca to see what it can help with medically. Like if there's anything to be done during the operation, stuff that might need prep, any of that sort of thing.
You could definitely help while doing that, since you seem to know your way around when Loki was down for the count. But I think opening up someone else is a completely different ball game. In fact, I have never done it. This would be my first operation, but it's everyone's first operation at one point, right?
that's why I'm a little nervous about the proposition in the first place.
Well, you don't have to worry. It's just someone else's life is in your hand while you open them up. Then she faints.
Oh. He's gonna try to bring her back too. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you can get her back up. Oh, I fainted again. Oh, that's okay. Well, yeah, it's admittedly like I've read enough biology books to know my way around the body. So, you got to put it to the test eventually.
I guess my question is simply just whatever I can do to help.
Yeah, I'll probably need you to assist me in that, since you have somewhat of an area of expertise in that.
Not similar to your level of it, but I've had to learn just while traveling with the other three.
Yeah. Well, the time isn't now. Just mentally prepare yourself for it so you don't faint while you're at the operating table. I sure will be. But that's not something we're dealing with now, I think. So don't worry your little head about it. But I could use your help.
Right. Like I said,
just wanting to keep stock of everything. So.
All right.
And mechanically, I guess I'd be looking to just do more potion crafting for the day if there's time at this point.
Oh yeah, there's definitely. I'd say you're probably in the afternoon. Let's just say around
Right.
12.
I think we needed like a full day though to do that. So
Yeah. I'll mulligan it, and you can just
Okay.
if you want to create something, pretend you have a day of downtime. You can essentially do that.
all right, another basic healing potion to the list then.
All right. So it only costs 25.
Wait, can I make the greater if I wanted to? I thought that took 2 days.
Oh, I thought you were doing a regular one.
Yeah, I said regular.
Yeah.
Then you said 25. I was like wondering. It's like, wait. Oh, right. It's both time and money.
Yeah. It's half the price of a healing potion.
Yep.
Probably
Not
just going to make
realize.
a loan from the bank if he wants to get knock.
All right. Is there anything else or anyone else you want to talk to?
Yeah, Sabrina wanted to talk to Dante.
Okay. Yeah.
And Nick wanted to talk to Vanitas.
Okay.
You can do Vanitas first.
He is. You ask around where he is, and a lot of people are just kind of pointing you up to the garden.
All right, I have no idea where the garden is.
It's on the 3rd floor. In the top left stairway would lead you there.
All right. 3rd floor. The garden is, I think, the place that says plant, probably.
Yes. And as you go up, ascend the stairs up in here, you see him you see him pruning plants.
Didn't know you were a gardener, Vinny.
Oh yeah, certainly. Where else are you gonna get your your belladonna and hemlock and I know those are I know those names strike a chord for you, but it's they came from somewhere.
Right. Suppose so. Anyways, Dante's been telling me that you've been wanting to sort of, well, you want to be trusted more, and to be honest, I ain't exactly. I've got my own reasons for not liking the murder, and seeing you reminds me of that, but I think it is best that we bury the hatchet.
Well, if it's worth anything to you, I hate them just as much as you do. In fact, I got you a little present here as he hands you over a little vial with this bubbling purple liquid.
Nick takes it, looks at it, and says, "This is poison, ain't it?"
Oh yeah, it is. A particularly potent one, actually. It's purple worm poison.
Worm as a dragon.
Oh no, worm as in the creepy crawlies.
Ah,
It's an O and not a Y, like those guys are down there. And the exact stats for that are this. And basically use a bonus action to put it on a weapon.
yeah, this looks really potent.
Yeah, I've used it several times. It's just some real good stuff. I know that
Yeah.
is reassuring after what I told you, but to just bury the hatchet, help you bury it more, is out of everything, I value trust the most. And you might not think that of me, but I think to betray someone is detestable. Because that is what happened to me.
did Lucky or whoever it was betray you?
It went way back. Years ago. They needed a fall guy, and the murder is in Voss's pocket, which is why I want to get his brother positioned to lead it rather than Diedrich. But they needed a fall guy, and, well, they didn't. Let's say we had performance exams in the murder, and I may be a little bit lazy in them, and I failed some of those performance reviews, and they decided to throw me under the bus during one of them.
Yeah.
Just a typical sneaking into an estate and murdering a politician, but that wasn't the mission at all. They just sent me on a mission to get caught.
Well, that sort of stuff. I'm not surprised they do that even to their own men.
And it was convenient because there are rumors of the murder being in Voss's handbook, and it's true. But the whole point to why I was captured was to arrest someone to prove they're not.
Sounds like they certainly dealt you a bad hand too, then.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, and that's why I hate both Voss and them.
Well, that definitely makes two of us then. They killed my friend, and I haven't exactly been a fan of them since.
Yeah, they do that. And, it would be hypocritical of me to say I didn't do heinously evil stuff in that organization, but I don't think I am anymore, do you? Maybe a little. You get the point. You're killing people, too.
Yeah,
but the ones
I'm
that
not
deserve it.
Yeah, I'm not going to exactly pretend my hands are clean. In fact, this poison's probably going straight into a certain was he a Gumshoes or a Zangoose?
He was a Zangoose, but he was a Simipour when you saw him last.
Right. Probably going into a certain Simipour or whatever he's decided to put himself as now.
Use it however you like, and I hope this is, well, an olive branch of some sort.
Yeah.
I can make more of this stuff. This garden is fantastic.
I'll try not to advertise too heavily that you're spending your time making poisons here, but I'm willing to offer the olive branch to you too.
All right. Well, that's good. I appreciate it. And you have my word. I'm not going to betray you like, I don't know, Proteus thinks I'm going to do that. But I detest traitors, like you said. That is single-handedly the worst thing you can do. Even more than killing someone is pretending to be someone you're not. And abusing someone's faith and trust they put in you. In fact, that's the, when I was assassinating people, I did it efficiently, exactly as they said. I always did. I don't have a resume for that or, references, but, well, you have my word. And if you want me to behave myself here, I will behave myself here.
Yeah. I don't doubt you will. You don't have real much of a reason to anyways, and frankly, at this point in time we're all on the same ship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way
At least
I see
until
it.
At least until we can get the rest of the groups to somehow stop hating each other, or at the very least get Voss on, or not, Lowen onto the board, so that way he can pardon us all.
Yeah, that. And unfortunately, I'm not really good at stuff like that, but I would like to think you are, since he chose you to help him with that.
I've got... The difficult part is finding the right words, but if I can find the right words, then I can be pretty persuasive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, well, maybe it's like they say, how the self-righteous say, what are you going to do after you get your revenge? Well, a nice cushy government job sounds good. I'm just secure in the future, right?
Yeah. And honestly, like, even in a perfect world, Lone will still probably need like a spy master or something like that.
Exactly.
Even if it's just to keep him from getting himself poisoned.
Mm-hmm. And, maybe it is like the sign of me wanting to turn over a new leaf, because that sounds like a very productive, good job.
Yeah, sure it would be.
And I kind of stumbled upon it.
Honestly, you've got something better than I do. I sure as heck don't have any idea of what I'm gonna do once all this is over.
Well, why don't you just hang out with the kid? Just be his advisor or something. Reform the town. You lived in the slums, right? Make things better. Yeah. be his. I don't want to say propaganda, but just hype him up.
Yeah. I suppose that's what I wanted to do in the first place. Back when I was still idealistic, I was planning on working with the Therium, believe it or not, in hopes to send money back home and try and get as many people out of the slums, so guess if I work with the kid, then I end up doing that anyways.
Yeah, and he seems like a good kid. The apple fell far from the tree. Well, Diedrich is his father, but I guess the apple fell in two different places, I guess, is more of the right expression.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we can get him up there.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Still got a long road ahead of us.
Well, I'll be making this place look better. Because I'm not just making poisons here. You need your roses, your peonies, and you need to make the place look good.
Yeah. If you can get this place looking nice, then that sounds like a pretty good deal, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'll continue pruning and, well, harvesting the poisons is what I mainly want to do. And just tell me if you need that, because I can get some more.
Yeah. I imagine we'll have plenty use of it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things immune to poison, and as your dragon friend has displayed frustration about. It's just you just pick and choose. It's kind of obvious from sight if it's gonna fully resist it, but if it's some just other jerk off Pokemon, just go ahead and use it.
Yeah, I certainly plan to.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if that's all you needed to talk to me about, I'll see you later.
Yep. See you, Vinny.
Yeah. See, a lot of people get mad you're saying that, but I don't like it. I like it, in fact. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You kind of waltz, I'm guessing, back down the stairs.
Yeah.
Is there any other preparations people are going to do at this downtime?
Nick,
already.
Nick will
I have
probably make
one-
himself a shield spell scroll, but otherwise that's it.
Okay.
I only have one last thing to do when we go to sleep. So,
Okay.
I'll do that last for obvious reasons if we're all ready for that.
All right. Yeah. We'll take a long rest if everyone is all hunky dory with that.
Did-
Well, it's just
So-
before the long rest
been
I'll be
muted.
doing this.
I've been muted.
Yeah, I was about to
Sabrina
say, I'm
wanted-
pretty sure Sabrina wanted something.
Yeah, she wants to talk to Dante.
Ah. Yeah.
All
He's
right.
muted.
I think I muted, thinking I unmuted.
All right. Is Dante still down in the barracks?
Unless he
mean-
moved, then that's where he'd be talking to Rebecca.
Well, he would have been there because he would have been busy with the potion, but
All right. Sabrina walks into the barracks and she says, "Hey Dante, you got a second?"
I'll have to keep working on this, but I can talk, yeah.
She kind of rubs her arms and she says, "Is there any chance you could like pick up and move somewhere else?
Yeah.
Here, let me help." And she's gonna cast Mage Hand and help him carry stuff.
I guess he just kind of takes everything he's working on for this with the herbalism kit and everything, and
Let's see.
You know, above you, there's a training room above you.
Yeah, she's gonna say, "Let's just head upstairs real quick."
There's like a bunch of busted training dummies that Thor and Loki were training with here.
Oh, they really beat this place up. Anyway, yeah, sorry to pull you away. I just wanted to ask you if you've given any more thought to, the whole situation with Loki. That whole, raised dead is it's a no-no according to the edicts, but you said you were going to think about it, and I was just wondering what conclusions you'd come to.
Loki's specifically was just a very unique case. Given this thing that had been chasing you for how long was it?
Oh, it was quite a while. I don't know exactly how long.
Trapped his spirit, and he was effectively also just brought to face death in an instant, rather than any other. I mean,
So you'd consider
the
it justified?
It's more justifiable to me than, say, bringing someone back who had already long since come to their mortality and faced their death. Loki was more ripped from living.
So you think that such exceptions are acceptable then,
There are exceptions, yes.
even if the edicts say there aren't?
I've learned more and more that the edicts are something that maybe needs looking at. It's
She smiles a little and says, "I'm not asking you to renounce them or anything. I just trying to get an idea of where your head is right now." But, so you're saying if something else like this were to happen again, you wouldn't have a problem with casting Raise Dead?
That's somewhat of a loaded question. You're asking this like you intend for me to do so.
Well, Aiden died, right?
I was told. I know that this was more of not really crossing that threshold. It's stabilizing, sort of, when someone's injured badly and you're
She
still
nods.
trying to keep them
I know, I'm
in
just
the realm of
saying.
living.
I'm just saying it'd be nice to have a contingency, but that's not why I'm asking. Because Loki's not the only one that's been dead but not moved on.
He raises a brow, looking at her.
Look,
Someone else, as like on the continent, or
she kind of lowers her voice a little bit and she says, Dante, I'm the only one of my team who hasn't died. My brother died several months ago. We were fighting a blue dragon and he was there 1 second, and then the next he was gone. I didn't see it
But-
happen, but I just went around the corner and I came back and he wasn't there.
but I've very clearly seen your brother. So what?
She
If you're
nods.
saying he died, then surely one of you knew how to do something as some means of revivify, or what he was.
I don't feel it's my place to tell you exactly how this happened. But Sinbad isn't really... How do I put this? He's almost like an elemental now.
He stands there, just sort of clasps his hands together in his thumbs against his forehead, just thinking on this.
Now, obviously,
That's-
Raised Dead isn't going to work on him, but I know there are much more powerful spells that could.
Serent, I don't know if you know what you're asking me. In fact, I don't even know if I could do something like that. And
I don't either, but really, you're the only hope I have to get my brother back, Dante. I know there's a spell called True Resurrection, and it's the only way that Sinbad's gonna come back. Because this body that he has now isn't gonna last forever. But as you can see, his soul hasn't moved on, just like Loki's hadn't.
he has to take a moment and just sort of mull over the entire consequence of this, and he looks at her, lowers his head. I know you're not going to like my answer, but I genuinely don't know, and I wonder if it may be good to come to the terms of the fact that in some way this may be his chance of coming to terms with it and being ready to move on.
I already know that he is. He came here ready to die, but I'm not. I don't want him to go.
Is that not selfish?
Do you think I care? Listen, he and I, we've always butted heads our entire life. I resented him for the longest time because he was our parents' favorite, and then we come here, we do everything we're doing. I finally start to accept him, and then he gets vaporized by a blue dragon, Dante. I finally started to love my brother, and he was killed. This may be a non-factor anyway. I already know that the component for that spell is prohibitively expensive, but I just saw a little bit of hope and I had to reach at it, even if it won't reach back.
I'm sorry, this is such a different scenario from even what happened with Loki.
How? How is it different? His soul is... Yeah, it's not being tortured, but he's still down there. You could go down there and talk to him right now. If anything, he's even closer to us than Loki was.
It's... Well, you said it. If he's ready to move on, I feel that's, in the long term, incredibly unfair to him.
There's a difference between being ready to move on and being given a second chance. Don't think I don't know how these spells work. I know that he can refuse if he wants to. Just as much as Loki could have, but chose to come back.
He just kind of frowns. Okay. I'll think on it. I can't guarantee that my answer changes, but I will think on it.
That's all I ask, really. Do you want me to help you bring that downstairs again?
I've got it.
Alright. Sorry. Sorry that things got a bit heated. I guess have a good day. And she'll go back down the stairs.
You probably hear the sounds of Jameson learning triple triad. Sinbad teaches card games to him and Kronos.
So why do you take my stuff if it's on the other end of the board?
Well,
Says
that's
Mallinda.
because we implemented the wall rule.
Ah. You need to explain that to me because it seems awfully obtuse and confusing.
Well, you see, part of the joy of this game is everyone knows if someone has cards of bigger numbers than yours, you're going to lose. So we have extra rules that players agree upon before you begin to change things up and try to blindside someone like you just were. This particular one is...
Oh, Jameson says, when I was in school, they all played with one with just arrows on the cards instead of numbers, and it made no sense.
Oh, well, That was the 10th edition of the, or no, the 9th edition of the game.
Okay. See, when it's numbers, it's a little easier to understand. I don't understand why they make the 10 an A, though. And why am I a card? He looks at
You know, I'm not sure. Sometimes these cards are a little creepy.
Yes.
I think that they're magical and they turn into a set based on people you've met within your life.
Okay. So as the card games continue there,
Sabrina walks by and sees them doing this and just starts tearing up as she goes up to her room.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do before a long rest commences?
If no one has anything else, the more or less just before the long rest, Proteus will have one final thing to do.
No, what is that?
All right, so after using an arcane restoration, he is going to approach Alderion and say, actually no, he's going to go to Orthanatrix for this one.
Okay.
And he's going to ask, would you and the other great worms like to hear Azlith's voice before we leave? I can't guarantee I can do this often, but I thought you might want that solace before we strike out, and the opportunity might not come back for a while.
He says to you that it mostly won't be needed. She's there in the flesh, and knowing, well, it does bother me she is how she is right now, but that will suffice for me.
Okay. You are free to invite whoever you want to this. I can only do this up to 10 people, including myself, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to gather just the Great Worms, or if there's anyone else you want to extend an invitation to, feel free and I'll provide this service for you.
I believe we will do it amongst ourselves. And if you are needed to accompany us, that would, I think that would be sufficient.
Yes, then. I'll do that for you.
So they do gather up in the library, and they wait for you to cast this spell.
Yeah, I'll probably be like, all right, and make sure you have your sleeping arrangements in order, because we are gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, they'll just be in the library.
All right, Pandora's not bringing over whoopee cushions to sleep on or anything.
No.
Okay, then he'll cast Phantasmagoria.
Yeah, and you all go to a almost like you're in heaven right now. Like you're kind of in the sky on a cloud on this large peak of a mountain. And unless you had something you wanted to discuss with them directly, they more or less engage in this familiar small talk with each other.
Not really. Proteus is more or less doing this as a service to them and to, help them come to terms with things, give them something that they haven't had in a long time.
Yeah. And yeah, they're kind of like happily talking amongst each other, like almost like a family here. it doesn't seem to have, they don't have like that sort of relationship like a nuclear family would have of like, you know, the father and the mother and the two children and all that. But there's this familiarity where they're talking amongst each other that they seem happy. And I'm just not playing it out because I don't want to have them talking about like the weather lately
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I figured.
Unless there's something you wanted to ask them. But if not, we'll just kind of carry over to the next day.
Nope, he'll more or less just let them know when the spell is about to end, and at the end of that 8th hour.
And Rothernatrix, after you all wake up, he says, "Thank you. That was... I was not aware that there was magics capable of doing that."
Well, that's part of the mystique of illusions, I guess. It's always more than meets the eye to most things, but dreams especially.
Indeed, we must...
If Ezlith can picture her own voice, then it can be created in there.
We must do it again sometime. I would much enjoy it. I much like to hear much about you. As... Yes.
Well, if the opportunity presents itself again and I'm well prepared, I can do that again for you.
I would enjoy that.
Well, for now, seems like we have more things to do, but I'm glad that I was able to heal some old wounds to some extent.
Thank you. And I believe...
Alright, and
Oh, go on.
no, that was just kind of it for me.
And at the break of morning, I believe both teams are going to be going out.
Yep.
Yep, I think so.
All right. Where is the ice team headed, and where's the snow team headed?
Oh, darn it, I forgot. I was going to have Sabrina teach Malcolm X and Z. Is it too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
Oh!
You'll have to keep Proteus's big X and Z on a sheet of paper. That's good enough for now.
Yeah, but where would you think each team is headed?
I believe the ice team is going to try and forge our way towards
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim. There we are.
And then
Whether
the
we
snow,
succeed or not, we'll see. But
yeah, and Snow is going to be heading towards the gate, I guess, to talk to the Hallowed Flames and Expedition Society
Well,
with Lowen.
that would be going in the same direction then.
wouldn't the
Depends on where and when the ice team wants to jump the wall.
Yeah, I thought when the ice team used the teleportation circle
yeah, I
to...
thought we were going to use the teleportation
Yeah. Okay.
circle.
Before you go, for the snow team, Rebecca gives you a greater healing potion, or a superior healing potion, and
Wow.
Ezek gives you the ice team. Roll a d6.
All right, here we go. 5.
Ezek gives you a potion or a meal that will boost all your wisdom scores by 2 for a day. But you have to consume it.
Interesting.
And since it's the 7th day, someone can make something of... they've kind of given you all a preview of what they could do. What would you like to try?
Let's see.
Kind of want to go with the frost salve, honestly.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same.
I think that would be good to have some of those initially.
Alright.
Check's a bit high, but
Yeah, it's kind of one of those all or nothing things and no degrees of success.
Yeah.
But I'll let you do the roll for it. Let me give you her modifier. Because I've changed things around. It's int, right? She would have a +4.
In nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nature. She has proficiency or anything in there.
It would be +4. So D20.
All right.
So she might fail this. So if you want to change it, it's
Yeah, the odds of success.
you still
are
got the
not
reroll,
great.
so
you do have a reroll.
Yeah, I think I think we go for it.
Okay.
Need a 14 or higher.
There's a natural one.
that's a natural
Well,
the
we-
reroll is going
we-
into that.
And you
now
got
it's a
it.
19.
There we are.
And she rushes over to you and says, "I made." She hesitantly looks over at the ice team. Well, I made one more of those things. If you want to take it with you.
She's talking to the snow team right now.
Yeah.
I think they need it more.
Okay then. She goes over to them and hands them it. Need an explanation how this works?
No, Proteus explained it to me yesterday.
Okay, good. Well,
Thank you.
And you have and you mark down the wisdom food as well.
Yes.
All right.
Does
Alright.
the wisdom food go bad in 7 days?
It will go bad in 7 days.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
7-day
I
expiry.
figured it wouldn't last forever.
Or actually, you get the no. It's the best one is the preview one, and it's advantage on wisdom saving throws, is what this would do. Unless you want you can get the stat one, the saving throw one, or the one that just casts a permanent buff on everyone. Or a day buff.
I think
Adding
the
+1
save.
to whiz is decent, but the save is also very just
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, then we'll do that. And you see Mallinda there with Jameson kind of waving to you as well. Lowen is going with the snow crew. And you are going to teleport to the chapel, correct?
Yes.
Alright.
Yep. Who's going to chapel?
There's no long rest here once you do this.
Mhm.
Alright.
I already forgot to apply my contingency. Oh well.
You can do a contingency. It's just... you can do it beforehand if you really want to.
Do we want to
Okay.
do the ward shenanigans too?
What shenanigans?
Yes, the ward shenanigans. Yeah, we can try that. As far as the, I'm
Alright,
gonna put on mirror image.
What's the trigger?
If something, gets into melee combat and hits Sabrina.
Alright. So it will hit you. It's just thereafter you'll have mirror image, is how that would work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I refine it to make it happen as if something makes a, attack at me, whether it hits or misses?
If you want it before it hits you, basically mirror image to activate on an attack, you'd have to say something like something hostile. A creature being hostile gets within 5 feet of me or something like that.
All right, I'll do that then.
I
All
want to
right.
go to 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Also, Nick's gonna hand the 2 poles to the ice crew.
If a hostile creature is within its melee range of me,
That's a little too, because it doesn't know every creature, right? It either has to be 10 feet or 5 feet.
okay, 10 feet.
10 feet, alright. Okay, just remember that, just so, in case I forget.
Alright, so who are we going to put the, I guess for ice crew, who are we going to put the, frost salve things on?
I think,
You don't have to use them, you can just hold on to them.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
just
Yeah.
for holding on purposes.
I've already got
I
a
have a
plus
fairly
20.
light inventory after the restart if you want me to hold on to them.
Thank
In
you.
terms of saves, I've got the plus 20 just from all the items and then the plus 6 saving throw, so
Yeah.
I don't think I need them as much as you
And
guys
just-
might.
To remind you and the viewers too how it works over there, your clothes mean nothing over there, just your con mod, and certain things that have
Magic
cold
items.
resistance are basically 5. You don't have to be attuned to them, you just have to be carrying them.
Okay.
Yeah. Loki has just his con and his own aura, and that's
Oh, yeah,
pretty
your
much
aura
all he's got.
counts.
And then there's Sib's thing.
Yeah, and there's
Well,
Sib's thing.
Drought.
Fire Alley, I'm handing the salves and the slime balls to you.
Okay.
2 of each of those
I
things.
actually worry about Loki here if he's got very little.
Well, he has
He's the
Plus-
aura, sure, but
plus 7 or something like that, but
Well,
Yeah,
Sabrina's
Loki
got a
has-
plus 23.
Yeah, Loki only has a
Guy's
plus
gonna
7, so...
well, he'd have this thing from Sinbad too, so that's another 5.
right.
He doesn't have the badge things that Kira gave, because that was like the snow guys.
Yeah.
The plus 10 for them.
But yeah. Are you all prepared? Like, maybe go through your magic item hoard, and then there's the stuff you want to bring with you, all that stuff like that. But I'll say you teleport away, and we'll end the session, and you can kind of arrange what you're gonna take with you and all that before you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's where we'll go. Fun fact here, I didn't use a single word of prep because it all was inside this form.
We talked the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think there was
Again.
a single dice roll except for the
There were a couple.
Kira thing.
I think I made a roll... I made a int save on Loki, and then there was the Kira thing.
Ah.
Technically, there was the int save on Bree as well. She just
Auto-passed.
auto-passed. And
Yeah.
technically, there was an Arcana check for Proteus, but he also auto-passed.
Yeah. We'll break in the east side of the continent next time. So we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.